Hello traders, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing an E-mini trading room recap for the 18th of September, Thursday. And today was an interesting day. We had a gap up here and definitely some very choppy action. Today we were 1 for 2 with 3 trades and ended up giving back 6.5 points today. And it's one of those things that happen with trading. It doesn't matter, how good your trading plan is, how good your methodology is. You're going to lose money sometimes. And one thing that I definitely do not see out there is, people who are trying to educate others showing their losses. It's definitely something that you look at and you're like, yeah, you have some losses, but this person's not even showing their losses, and stuff like that. It's important to show your losses and your gains, because the market is fickle. Sometimes it's going to be very easy to predict, sometimes it's going to be very difficult to predict, and sometimes it's going to be in the middle of those two. Trading is a business where some days you're going to go home with less money than you did before. And that's the type of business that it is. Once you've been trading for a long time, it's going to become a lot easier, but on the same hand, it's still going to be quite difficult. And it's, probably difficult hearing that and actually making sense of that. What I mean is it's easier as in you don't have to put in 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. In the beginning you'll have to do that, but once you become, pretty skilled at it, you don't really do that anymore. But it's still going to have difficulty, and today was one of those days. Let's get into what we actually did. We saw the market come down. It came up, it chopped around a little bit, and what we did is, as the market was coming down, we got long, which we ended up getting stopped out of. And then after we got stopped out, market came down a little more, and then it shot higher, which was quite interesting to actually watch. Price did come down again, and we got long over here. Market did come up, chopped around a lot, and then it came down, and we got stopped out on that trade. After that, we did get long down here, and we were able to get out of our trade over here. So we stayed over a little bit from the market. Everyone in the room stayed, so it was okay, but it was only a few minutes afterwards. So we jumped in that one. At least we made back a little bit of what we had lost on the two stop outs. So we ended up with 6.5 points lost, and it's a good lesson. Sometimes you're trading a little more aggressively, a little too aggressively for the market environment. We got long here. We got long over here. We got stopped out. Market actually did go in our favor. But I don't want to have a larger stop loss. So, obviously that means we were too aggressive for conditions. Over here, we did get long. We were looking for a move up. It moved up and then it moved down very, very quickly. It's one of those things. And that was just, a very choppy market. We should have just gotten out of it. But, it is what it is. So, we got stopped out of that. And then we did take a little bit. So, it's a good example to show. It's good to, show people, I've been trading for a very long time, since the tech bubble. I make mistakes, definitely. Do I let those mistakes, just totally decimate my P&L? No, I don't. This month we're still doing well, and I plan to continue that. To continue that success for for the rest of my life. Not to mention the rest of the month. I plan to continue the success. But it is what it is, and I wanted to show this, talk about it a little bit, because it is important to talk about days where we lose money in the trading room. We don't make money every single day, but the goal is at the end of that week, at the end of that month, we put a lot more focus on that month, because it's just like a coin flip. I'm going to use that analogy. If you flip a coin once, are you going to bet money on that? I'm going to flip a coin. There's two people. They can bet money on themselves or the other person, but they can't bet money on both. Or, I'm going to flip a coin 500 times. You have to look at it like that. It's something, trading is something where you have to use the law of large numbers. What's your probability, what's your profitability, stuff like that. What's your success rate? And then you have to look at it over the long term. And that's why I say more focus is put on that month than that week. Because I've had some losing weeks, definitely. And I haven't had any losing months yet with the site. And not to say there's not going to be any in the future, but we've had a nice record, since 2010. So, it is what it is. But things happen, things change. But so far, we've been very successful and very, very happy. So, anyway, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Hopefully, you got something out of what I was talking about, made some sense to you, resonated a little bit. You can always leave comments below the video. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.